Hey guys, welcome to today's tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make a bustier dress as seen in the thumbnail with this beautiful flounce on top. This dress trended over the weekend and we're going to be looking at an easy way to make one. So first off, what I did was I drafted my basic pattern, got my shoulder, got my armhole, shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to half length. Then I marked my nipple to nipple, which is 4. I extended it from the bust line down to the half length. That's what I'm drawing, connecting the lines now from the bust to the half length, 4. Then I'm going to be working with 2-inch darts for this dress, which is coming out from under the bust. So the 2-inch dart is shed 1 inch before and after my nipple to nipple line. I extend it down to the length, the half length, like so. Then with a curve, I connect from the under bust to the bust point with a curve. So that is making a provision for the breast, giving it a cup. I do the same thing for the other side. So at this point, I now determine where I want my chest line to be. If you want yours to be an off shoulder, that's fine. But for this video, we are going to impute a net as the yoke part. So I came down by 9 inches. This 9 inches now will cover for the yoke of this dress. I extend the line of the nipple to nipple and also take out 1 inch from both sides so that I can connect my cup markings to it as seen. So kindly take a minute to hit the subscribe button below, like, comment, and share our content. And we'd love to interact with you in the comment section. So what you want to do next now is take your round body measurement. Start taking your body measurement. I worked with a bust of 36, under bust of 30, and half length of 30. So you should take your bust, your round body measurement at this point, taking into consideration your darts, which you add back to the side. So after that, I connect the lines, then I cut it off. So when we are done cutting, I use my patterns to cut on my fabric. So I have lace, satin and lining. Now on the satin part, I ironed interfacing behind to give it stability so it doesn't move around. Now if you can use hemming gum to hold down your lace and satin together. So this is what I did before I go to the sewing machine to sew. So after sewing, I joined the three pieces of the front together. This is what I have. Now for the yoke, I cut it on net and turned it. So this is what we have after turning on net. That's the yoke part and the bodice of the dress. You sew two of them together, yoke and bodice, and you have this. So after sewing, joining them together, this is the rough edge. Now I want to put my flounce on it before I cover with lining, so that my lining covers the sewing of the flounce. So I get this is 1 yard of bridal satin in a darker shade of green. So I got 1 yard. Now I folded it into two. Now where I marked is the center of the satin, which is then I get my flounce. So what I now do is to mark 5 inches round that circle at the because that's the size of flounce I want to use. You can use, it depends on the size you want. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. It depends on what you want to achieve. But for this video, I use 5 inches. So I mark 5 inches round to get my flounce. So I had to stop here because this is as far as my fabric could carry. That's where my pipe was able to get to. So I now cut it round. So I take it to the sewing machine and I turn the tip with crinoline from one edge to the other, and this is what I have. When you are done sewing, you take it to the table, turn it around and give it a good press so it lays flat and neat. So after turning, this is what we have. Then what I did next is to mark out where I want the point where I want the flounce to be attached to. You have to indicate it so that you know the length of flounce you are pleating. So I marked out from one end, that point, from point A to point B. Then I connect, use a line and connect the 2 points together. That's from point A to point B. I connect the 2 points together. Then I measure the line and know how long my flounce is going to be after pleating. After measuring, I got 26 inches, and that is the figure I'm going to pleat that long flounce to 26 inches before sewing it on the bodice itself. After pleating, this is what I have: 26 inches pleated flounce. And I take it to the machine and I sew. Now if I'm sewing, I'm sewing in the opposite direction. So after sewing, it falls back to the right direction, folding itself in and giving it this bounce that you can see here. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button below, like and share our content. And if there's any video tutorial you like us to make for you, please kindly indicate in the comment section and we will oblige. So when I'm done sewing, this is what I have. Then I have my back already prepared. I connect the front to the back. You can see the back, the wrong side of the front bodice. I turn it with lining first before connecting it to the back part of the dress. And voila, our dress is ready. If you found this tutorial useful, kindly hit the subscribe button below, like, comment and share our content, and I will see you in the next video. After sewing, you turn it and this is what you have. Take it to the ironing board and give it a good press. It's supposed to be lay flat and nice. This is what I have after ironing. So now we go back to our bodies. What I do is to measure. You have to determine how long, where you want you place your flounce, how long you want it to be. So what I did was I took a tape, I measured where I wanted the flounce to start and end. That's what I did. That's the start point, and I marked the end point. Then I did like a U curve connecting the starting point to the end point. A U curve start connecting the start point to the end point. Then after I indicated that, I measured the line and to know how long my flounce I'm going to pleat it to. So after measuring, I got 26 inches from start point to end point. I measured the line and I got 26 inches from start point to end point. So that will help me determine how much to pleat the flounce, because we just have a long flounce now. So we take it to the machine and I pleat it, and this is what we are going to have after pleating. So after pleating, this is what we have. Now when you want to sew it on the bodice itself, you don't sew it, you have to sew it on the other side, facing the other side, so that by the time you are done, it will flip itself over. So I sew it facing the other side. So this is what we have after sewing. Can we see how nice and puffy it is, bouncy? So the more flounce you have, the fuller it's gonna be. This is all the fabric available to me, and this is what I had to work with. So I made use of what I have available. Now if you wanted it to be fuller than this, you use more fabric. I use one yarn. So this is the back, and this is what it looks like. You can see it. So what you do is to turn the in between the yoke and the bodice itself, there is a joining there, so that's where you attach your lining to before attaching it to the back bodice as seen. So I've turned with lining already, so the lining is hiding the sewing of the flounce. Attach it to the back, and this is what we have. You can see nice and clean. If you enjoyed this video, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share our content. And if there any tutorial you like us to do for you, please indicate it in the comment section and we will indulge you, and see you in the next video.